Alright guys, I got a new guitar, and let me tell you, it changes everything. And I don't necessarily mean like for the better, but I mean, I definitely don't mean for the worse, but it's just different, and I actually have a lot of different thoughts, so let's just get into it. Now, if you've been around the channel for any amount of time, you know I love electric guitar, and I play through an early 2000s made in Mexico Telecaster. I handmade the pick guard, I put locking tuners on it. This is my baby. But I got a new guitar, and I wasn't even looking for this guitar. It's just, you know how things go. You're scrolling through the gear pages on Facebook, and well, what do you know? Something caught my eye, and I was like, that looks good. And I couldn't look away, and so I bought it. Now, there's a couple things I want to say first before we move on. I say I wasn't looking for a guitar, and I really wasn't, but it also wasn't an impulse buy. I've been wanting to get my hands on a humbucker style guitar for a while now because I've only ever played through single coils. Isn't that crazy? And I wanted to be able to update my EXPANSE pack to accommodate those who have humbucker guitars, and so we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Number two, I still had money left over from the amp I sold last year. If you've been following the channel, I used to have a Tyler HM18, and I sold it. And the only reason I'm bringing this up now is just to let you know that I did not go into debt to get this guitar. And I only bring that up because I know it can be a real problem, and so I just want to encourage you, don't go in debt to get gear. Save for it, think about what you want, sit on it for a bit, and then make a good decision. And the third thing I'm going to mention is that I've had my eye on Reverend guitars for a while. Years ago, a band called Ascend the Hill came to my church, and the lead singer played through a black Reverend guitar. I think it was the Double Agent. And I just remember seeing that guitar and thinking, if I ever get a new guitar, I want that one. Reverend is unique. They all come with locking tuners. Most of the models I've seen have this bass contour knob, which I'm gonna show you in a minute, and they just look different. I really like them. And if you follow me on Instagram, I've talked a couple times about the fact that I've had my eye on a different Reverend guitar. It's the, what was it, the Warhawk 390. It has three P90 pickups in it. Gunmetal color with a Bigsby. I've always wanted one of those. But then I saw this, and I was hooked. I mean, look at this. It's a 2010 Gil Paris Natural. Here we go. And this right here, to me, it's just like, this is a grown-up guitar. This right here, you know, I'm getting older, and I need a guitar to match my maturity level. Anyways, I think this is it. This fits me. It's got locking tuners, it's got the bass contour knob, and what makes this unique is it has this little tremolo right here. It's got two humbucker pickups, but it also has a little single coil in the middle, so it's really versatile. And I'm gonna plug this up in a minute. We're gonna get to hear what it sounds like. But back to the topic at hand. What are my thoughts so far from a person who's a single coil tele player? What are my thoughts on humbuckers? And specifically for worship, is one better than the other? Well, I have to admit, when I first got this new guitar, I was all excited. I got it out, I plugged it in, and I wasn't impressed right off the bat. Like I said, I've been playing single coils forever, ever since I've been playing electric guitar, and I'm really used to that clean, pristine sound you get through something like a tele. And the humbuckers seem to get too muddy too quick. But then I was like, oh yeah, I'm playing through presets that I dialed in with my tele. So I was like, scratch that, let's make new presets. And so that's what I did. I dialed in 3 presets with this guitar, and I think they sound pretty good. And if you're part of the EXPANSE pack family, you can follow the directions in your instructional PDF and go download it for free right now. Hey, let me call time out real quick, and let me walk through what you need to know once you download the EXPANSE pack. Whether you've purchased it before and you want to download it again and get your free update, or you're looking to purchase it, here's some things you need to know. First, if you've never heard of it, the EXPANSE pack is a ever-growing collection of presets that I've dialed in made specifically for worship music. I call it EXPANSE because you pay once and then you get free updates for life. It just keeps growing. Now, when you download it for the first time, you're going to get a zip file like this right here that you will need to unzip, or it's a compressed file that you will need to uncompress. And when you do, it'll pop out a folder that looks just like this. This one says EXPANSE 1.4 because this is the old version. The one you will want to download will be called EXPANSE 1.5. When you open it, you will see some folders containing different things, but look at this one right in the middle. It says read first with 3 exclamation points. What do you think that means? It means read this one first. When you open that, it tells you everything you need to know to get your future future downloads for free. It also tells you in detail what's included and some tips on how to use it, and it also shows you what's new in that particular update and so on. And I need to keep this PDF somewhere safe so you can remember how to get your next download, because I'm going to be updating it all the time. But every time you do download it, you will get a new updated PDF that also shows everything that's new in it, so you don't have to worry about keeping it forever. Just every time you download one, put the new PDF over there. You will also see some different folders, and these contain the individual Helix files, the .hlx, is that what it is? Yeah, .hxl Helix. And these are the files that you just drag and drop into your HX edit on the preset, and you're ready to go. And as you see, I have it really organized so you can get to what you want really quickly. I have acoustics, dynamic split block, the reverbs from the series I did on how to dial in the Helix reverbs, all in one presets. And then I think I'm gonna keep doing this. The last time I updated it, I had the new 1.4 presets. You knew what was new in case you've had all these other ones and you just want to get straight to the new stuff. I think I'm gonna keep it like this. So I'll still have new 1.4. I'll probably just change it. It'll probably say 1.4 presets, and then it'll say new 1.5 presets. So that way, every time you download, you can go straight to the new stuff. I have to say, now that I've dialed in these presets, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Humbuckers. It's different, but I really like it. And the changes I made when dialing in these presets are that I had to run my amps and effects a lot brighter than I'm used to. With the Tele, I'm always working to tame these bright single coils. But now with this other guitar, I'm finding that I'm boosting like the tone parameter and the treble and dialing back the bass a little bit more and making the overall sound a lot brighter so that it can cut through the mix. And I actually went back and played through all the presets with both guitars, and it didn't really take that long to dial in what I needed for either guitar. You just have to know what to tweak. All right, so first let's listen to a really clean preset that's already in the Expanse pack with the Tele so that we can hear how different the two guitars act to the same preset. This is the Princeton or the Princess preset on the cleanest setting, neck pickup. Bridge. Switch guitars. Neck. Bridge. It seems to me that my Tele has a lot more output. I don't know if it's because the pickups are closer to the strings, but even though these have more gain, they almost seem like it got a little quieter. But anyways, I'm not gonna keep switching guitars, but I'll edit that back and forth and hopefully we can see the difference. Volumes are all the way up on the guitar, tone knobs are all the way up, and I was playing the same thing. Let's go to the new sounds. First we have the Supro, and I think in HX Edit it's called Sup Pro, and it's based off of the Supro, I think it was like the S6616, which was a very small amp, and I believe it had an oval speaker when I was doing some research, and I think that's why on the cab it actually says Ellipse. But like I said, it was a really small, it's definitely unique, it has a real small boxy sound, but you may want to sound like this. It sounds like this, neck pickup. Bridge. Now on this one I have 3 snapshots. We're on snapshot 1 now. Snapshot 2 brings up are very ambient. Usually I put the ambient on the 3rd snapshot, but on this one I have it on the 2nd in case you wanted to jump from that first sound and then go to ambient. And then the 3rd snapshot is like just heavier overdrive. But this one kicked on an overdrive but also took off a boost, so the overdrive goes up a little bit, but we also have like a pitch vibrato and some delay. Next we have the Grammatico Bright, which is based off of the 2016 Grammatico Lagrange Bright channel of that amp, which is based off of Tweed Deluxe. It sounds like this. On this one, I just have snapshot 1, 2, and 3 to increase the gain based on taste, and then the foot switches have some different effects. I have a tremolo here. And a delay. And I put this octave effect in there because if you're strumming away and then you want to kick to a solo, you boost the overdrive up and you can click on this octave and it helps you stand out, especially with like some higher notes. So if I were to engaged. I'm not used to having a tremolo. I really like it. All right, the next amp is the Matchstick, which is based off of the Matchless DC30. Excellent amp. This one's probably my favorite of the 3 presets, which is why I left it till last. And it sounds like this. Actually have an effects loop with the jet revelation. That's the reverb that you're hearing now. But this is what it sounds like without that reverb. Same thing, snapshots 1, 2, and 3 just increase the gain of the amp, and then I have 3 different effects, like a simple delay, another really ambient delay, and then what was this? Oh yeah, a chorus. So this is snapshot 2. 3. And I wanted to leave this effects loop in there in case you do run an external reverb, which a lot of people do. And this is what mine sounds like. This is the Jet Revelation, MIDI version, blackout version, on the mod setting with the mod at about 70%. And also, these presets sound really good with external overdrive, so I thought I would show you what that sounds like. Back to snapshot 1. Overdrive. Boost. Alright, real quick, I want to take you to another preset. This is called the Jazz Chorus. This came out in the last Expanse Pack update, just so you can see the different sounds, and I also want to show you the different pickups and what they sound like in this guitar and the bass contour knob. So this is what it sounds like. Let's go snapshot 3, put on the reverb. Now, I noticed that on this guitar, the single coil drops in volume significantly, which I thought was going to be the case between the humbuckers and the single coils, which it seems to be. But when I play this guitar and I unplug it and go straight to my Telecaster, the output is like the same, if not a little bit louder through the Telecaster. So I don't know enough about that yet, so if you do, explain that to me. But this pickup, which is in the middle, is a lot quieter, and it needs the bass added with this contour knob, where all the sounds you've been hearing so far was the bass completely rolled off, because when I find I use the humbuckers, it doesn't need any bass or it gets kind of muddy. So this is neck pickup, humbucker, no bass. If I start adding in the bass, real dark. And let's go to the middle pickup. Really thin, but then I bring in the bass. Yeah.
You're recording.
I was, but yeah, I can just cut this out. Yay! Recording from home. Alright, I don't know if I mentioned, but this has a 5 pickup selector because, well, the 3 pickups, you got 1, 2, 3, plus you can do the bridge and middle and neck and middle. So this is bridge and middle right here. Kind of has a Strat sound to it. That was no bass. Here's the bass. Now let's do the 4th position. No bass. Bass. Let's do some chorus. Back to the bridge and middle. Boost. Bridge, no bass. And let's go to our ambient. Let's do something super ambient, super clean. See if we can get a nice clean ambient tone. All right, so what'd you think? Are you a single coil player that wants to transition to humbuckers? Are you a humbucker player that's never really played through single coils? Do you play through both and you have to adjust your presets all the time? Let me know. Give me some tips. Let me know down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, do all the YouTube things. Stick around. I got videos coming that I'm very excited about. I got some giveaways coming up very soon, some very good giveaways. You're not gonna miss out. You're not gonna wanna miss out on those. Share this video if you think it's helpful. If you want information on the Expanse pack, it's down below. I think I've run out of things to say, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hi. How are you? How are you? You see my guitar? You see the guitar? Guitar.